the tape. Cung Le, 8 years the elder of Patrick Cote. The Predator will have a 5-inch reach advantage. Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Josh Rosenthal.
Josh Rosenthal, the referee for this middleweight fight. Patrick Cote and Cung Le.
You ready? You ready? Let's fight!
Here we go. The southpaw, Cung Le in the dark trunks. Blue trunks for Cote. Got the
nice takedown.
On his back, he'll look to get back up.
Showcases the wrestling of Cung Le. Cung Le is not just a striker. That sand shell background makes a big difference. The fact that he's so used to combining striking and takedowns really made a big difference in how successful he was in his transition to MMA.
The one thing Cote said coming in is that he wants to pressure Cung Le and not allow him to pick him apart. The way that Cung Le did early against Vanderlei Silva, constant pressure. Early on, getting thrown on your backside doesn't help though. He knows how accurate Cung Le is with his striking, especially given time.
And Cung, standing in that southpaw position, has his power leg wide open to the open side of Patrick Cote, who fights in an orthodox stance. He throws that hard left kick to the body and to the head, and he also has a very good front leg kick. Good with the front leg side kick, front leg roundhouse kick.
Body. Cung Le with the kick. 90 seconds into round one.
And you can see right away already how unusual Cung Le's style is. And Patrick is sort of trying to get used to it, defending himself and looking for the opening for that missile-like right hand of his.
Looking for the right hand, not once but twice.
See there's that front leg roundhouse kick, no switch, just picks it up and throws it.
Answer.
And Patrick Cote lands one of his own. Very nicely done by Patrick. And it's nice to see Patrick, again, mixing things up, not just throwing the right hand. Throwing kicks, throwing the left.
Cote pushing forward now. That's the pressure we talked about. 20 plus months out of the octagon. Look for the takedown. Cote has always been confident in his hands.
Good short right hook, lead right hook by Cung. And again, he throws that power kick to the body.
Again, he pushes forward with the combination.
Oh, very nicely done the way Cung threw that shot and ducked under and out of the way. Patrick is allowing Cung Le to relax, Mike.
Which is what he did not want to do.
And there's that front leg side kick that we talked about. He's allowing Cung Le to find his rhythm. And it could be that Patrick is just looking to time him and throw a counter, but it's not what he said he wanted to do going in. But that said, things change once you get in there.
Yes, and the awkward style, the unorthodox style of Cung Le, hard for anyone to get used to.
He got clipped by a left hand coming in right there. And there's that front leg side kick. Note how he pushes away with it, Mike. He uses it to get out of the way, almost like a teep.
Yes. Uses it at the foot as the foot jab.
Yeah. Well, he uses it to try to create space. It pushes off and away, and then he steps back with it. It's a very underutilized technique, the front leg side kick. And there's that power kick to the body.
Trying to push forward. Cote has a ton of respect for the striking of Cung Le.
Front leg side kick to the thigh that time.
Again, using it as a defensive weapon to keep your opponent away.
Patrick seems to be a little bit puzzled by the distance. He's trying to get his timing and rhythm down.
You can do everything in your power at training camp to try to bring a southpaw in who can emulate the style of Cung Le. The reality is there are very few in the world who can emulate the style of Cung Le.
Yeah, you can find a guy who's a really good kicker like Cung, but you're not going to find a guy who's as good a wrestler and a kicker together. Really hard to find.
Cote and Lee showing a little respect back and forth a moment ago. Patrick must have caught him on something and looking to adjust round one in the books.
We head into the corner of Cung Le, a former Strikeforce champion.
Deep breath. Nice and relax. Nice and relax. Nice and relax. Listen. Okay, we're doing great. Doing great. He's going to come a little stronger next round. He's going to come a little stronger. I need you to stand him off a little bit like you were doing. Remember how you stood him off a little bit? I want you to stand him off a little bit. What are you going to do for us?
Set him off.
Stand him off a little bit. Then once you hit him, nice. Once you hit him, what are you going to do for me?
Listen, he's there for the wheel kick. He's covering up every time you're throwing something. Giving that jab front kick or the jab cross wheel kick. It's there.
Also,
There's something you cover up right there. Don't worry, loosen up those hands. Move forward slowly forward. No rush, you need to run here and start to cut the ring.
Fabio Holanda, who has been with Cote for years, trying to make the adjustments to the game plan after the first round.
fight.
Very close round as far as the significant strikes thrown and landed are concerned. Cung Le had a couple more heavy ones than Patrick Cote in the first round. Cung Le just turned 40 years old. Cote trying to find his rhythm here early in the second round. Moving forward. Cung Le with the right hand.
He looked for that wheel kick there. There's that hopping side kick with the front leg.
That one was
has
offensive.
much more power.
That
yeah.
was offensive.
Well, the problem with fighting Cung Le is that once he hits you a couple times with those kicks, and there's
Good
Patrick,
combination by
now he's
Cote.
opening up.
Looking for the uppercut. Started with the body shot. And there's the kick.
And Patrick is really, I really like how he mixed up that combination and then landed the kick as well. In the past, he would go right hand crazy.
Yes. Just looking for the home run hit all the time.
When he landed that one right hand, it's caused a cut to Cung Le's eyebrow.
And there's another right hand that glances. Cote has Lee's attention now.
He certainly does.
Both men are cut, Joe.
Oh, that was
Big
a
right
nice
hand
shot.
to the jaw.
Wow, where's the blood coming out of Patrick Cote?
Looks like it's coming off the side of the head of Cote. He knew that Lee was going to spin there and covered up.
And Lee changed it to the body, it looked like. It looked like he was thinking about going up high.
Maybe Kung's, I can't tell from here, Joe. Maybe he's not bleeding. Maybe that's Cote.
No, Kung's bleeding.
He is as well.
Yeah, he's definitely bleeding off of that left eyebrow.
Neither man beaten.
Good counter right hook there by Cung Le.
Cote facing off against one of the greatest strikers to compete in MMA. Well decorated. Saw the stats and the strikes earlier. That spin is keeping Cote from being able to pressure Cung Le. The spin and the utilization of the teep in many different variations. Past the midway point of this fight, second round.
Well, Cung doesn't really throw the teep. He throws a front leg side kick instead of it.
Yeah, using it almost as a teep, as you had mentioned earlier.
Yeah, the better thing about that, as opposed to, especially with his style, is that it keeps the head much further away.
Has more power too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. But, it's
Cote pushing forward.
Nice leg kick as well by Cote. Good combination. This is what the kind of fight that Cote wants.
This is the talk of pushing the pace and not allowing him to get settled and get set up and do damage. Just over 90 seconds on the clock here in the second. The corner Cote telling him to continue to be the aggressor. Be aggressive. Is he wearing down the 40-year-old, I wonder?
Well, that's what happened in the fight with Vanderlei,
Yes.
and Cung Le has worked very hard and very smart, he said, to make sure that that didn't happen in this fight. He felt like when he trained for the Vanderlei Silva fight, he spent too much time sparring with bigger, stronger guys, got beat up a bit, did a lot of sparring with King Mo Lawal, who's a very strong light heavyweight contender. And he just decided that that's not the way to do it this time. He tagged him there with that right hand,
Yeah, he might have caught a knee, too. Cote pushing forward
lands.
again.
Cote
Cote
lands.
looking for the knee, wants to clinch.
You know, he felt like this time he didn't beat himself nearly as much in training, get beat up nearly as much in training, and just is healthier overall heading into this fight. That said, Father Time is a bitch and he beats us all.
Body shots and an uppercut. And again and again.
Good shots there by Patrick Cote.
20 seconds on the clock. Cote looks up at the big screen to see the time remaining in this round.
Patrick Cote with the wild kicks.
Round 2 in the books. Both men bloodied but not beaten. Rob Monroe working on the cut on the top of the head of Patrick Cote.
Listen, if you let him stop, he
Fabio
stops,
Holanda.
he kicks. All right? You make him move. Make him move back. Don't worry about this. Make him move back. Make him move back. You stop in front of him, he stops too. You stop in front of him, he kicks. He has to stop to kick. You move him back all the time. Let those hands go. Forget about everything. Your hands are connecting. Throw the right uppercut. Boom, boom, combination. Don't rush. Cut the cage. You know, cut the cage, you're following him.
I want angles. I don't want
Deep
you
breath.
staying in front of him.
There you go. Listen, you got 2 rounds. You got to work like you've never worked before.
And there we see the wheel kick by Cung Le, and there's a combination by Patrick Cote, and there's a nice right hook that lands by Cung Le.
Cote has always had the reputation of being iron-jawed. Never been knocked down in the UFC.
Incredible jaw.
Fighting for the 12th time. There's that sidekick again. Cote has really worked on his conditioning over this just about 2-year absence from the UFC.
The Drew McFedries fight really highlighted the jaw of Patrick Cote because Drew can crack. Oh no.
Time.
Caught him low.
Here's your corner, please.
He says he's okay.
You're good?
Yeah.
Cote wants to move on.
Right on. Let's fight.
Cote wants to make this a dirty brawl. He wants to get inside and try to punish Cung Le like that. Doesn't want to stay in harm's way. Changed levels nicely. Had a feeling this would be a striking battle, and it has been. Trying to control with the clinch.
Patrick's got double underhooks here, but I think he would probably like to separate and try to land a shot. Oh, nice knee. Spinning back fist. Very nicely done.
Cung Le looks to spin. Cote saw it. Finds the cage. Under 3.5 now.
Kung's kick seems to have slowed down considerably, Mike, and this would be a good time for Patrick to pressure him.
Cote looking to find a way inside again. Cote from the southpaw stance.
Yeah, interesting that Cote has decided to switch stances here, and then he goes back to orthodox. I think he's looking to land a right hook, Mike. A lead right hook. Or it might be that he's trying to take away that power back leg kick.
Again, they tangle. See if he can rough him up and wear him down. Strikes thrown, strikes landed, very close with under 2.5 minutes remaining in this 3-round fight. Again to the body goes Cote.
Keep those knees clean, Kong.
Looking for the trip.
Oh, he gets him.
That's huge. Right back up, though, is Cote. And now Cote wants to take down.
Look at this. And this is one of the reasons why Cung Le is such a successful striker, and it's because his wrestling's so good. We saw that earlier tonight with Costa Philippou. You want to get good at striking inside the octagon in MMA, you got to get good at wrestling.
Something that Hall of Famer named Chuck Liddell did.
Absolutely. Perfect example.
Just over 90 seconds remains in this fight.
Good right hand there by Cung Le.
Cote and Lee.
Another good right hand.
Still going toe-to-toe.
Man, Patrick Cote's jaw is ridiculous.
He's a gamer.
And there's that kick as he pushes away. Notice how he does that? He throws that front leg side kick and uses it to create space.
Lee with the slight advantage in head strikes. One minute remains.
There's that power left to the body. And a good right hand over the top by Cung Le. Nice takedown. Kung's on top.
Yeah, these takedowns may seal the deal for Cung Le. Three takedowns for Lee in 4 attempts. Cote trying to work his way back up.
Good elbows from the bottom.
You
know, not much time for Patrick Cote. Wouldn't be a bad idea for him to throw up some legs and try a submission attempt.
Final seconds of this fight. Cung Le looking for his first UFC win. They go the distance. Lee and Cote now await the judge's decision. Joe, let's take a look at our fight replay.
And there's the power kick to the body by Cung Le, followed by a right hook. And there's a wheel kick. Landed right around the ear, partially blocked by Cote. And there's a high kick, also partially blocked. And there's Patrick Cote landing a nice combination. And another one. And here is Cung Le getting a late takedown. And a final takedown at the end of the round.
Such a great competitor, a veteran of combat, saying his days would not be complete as a fighter without a UFC win as he earned it tonight. His 3 boys watching Dad go to work against the Predator. And now with the official decision, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Cung Le!
Cung Le wins in the octagon for the very first time.
I'm here with the winner, Cung Le. Cung, you have had a long and storied mixed martial arts and martial arts career. There's one thing that you've been lacking. It's a victory inside the octagon. You finally got it. How do you feel?
I feel great.
a little tired. I was gonna do a backflip, but I didn't have any energy. He came and pushed it, and you know, he's got such a hard head. I hurt my foot on it, and then I just thank God for blessing me tonight, Dana, the Fertitta brothers, and UFC for this opportunity. I fought my heart out. Thank you for all the fans, my wife, Vietnamese community. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
This has been a long time coming, Cung. Are you going to continue to compete inside the octagon now, or is this a goal reached and realized?
One goal reached, another goal will come. I'm gonna go back to the drawing boards, and I'll let you guys know I loved it. That was very exciting. I'm an adrenaline junkie, so I'm not sure if I can give it up yet. Hey, for all the 40-year-olds, I did it for you guys.
Thank you, sir. The pleasure to watch you compete. Cung Le, ladies and gentlemen.
Cung Le. Another goal accomplished indeed tonight.